Gonna stand for the anthem when they show the stripes. I was born in the red, white, and blue. I don't know what all that means to you, but for me it's about family and liberty in our almighty creator and his son who he sent as our only savior. Turn back to God is love. Our God is a light for him on live. For his sake, turn back to God.
That is a sweet spot.
But you're the one that moved it.
No, he moved up here, so I had to move back. That's a sweet spot.
Sweet spot is gone. The thrill is gone.
That's right. Been gone for years.
Damn it.
Leaves start falling when the cold wind blows. The silhouette covered by the winter snow. Birds start singing when the spring rolls out. Flowers bloom through the thawing ground. When you love somebody and the love grows cold, the sun starts shining when you let it all go. There's a certain kind of hurting only time can heal. That's a pretty good picture of the way I feel. I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. I ain't saying that you never took a toll on me. For what it's worth, I can finally see that I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. Yeah, I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. From this mountain I can see so far. Rivers running like deep, deep scars, carrying the lifeblood.
Hey, everybody.
in my veins. Is it crazy that I'm grateful for all the pain? 'Cause I'm a little bit
Ah, thanks, Ollie.
but a lot more free.
That's it back, dude.
I ain't saying that you never took a toll on me. And for what it's worth, that I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. Yeah, I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free.
Like that, dude.
We will not comply with the institution's sick illusion. No, it won't be televised. We're open to the revolution.
It was us.
The revolution won't be televised. Government been telling lies. If you're not with us, you better step
step aside. Witnessing the genocide, everything is centralized. The food that we consume and they spraying it out with pesticides. Easily identify the sheep and the snake, the real and the fake, giving us a reason to pray. I'ma make my own choices, a voice for the voiceless. They trying to destroy us, avoiding the poison. It's all pointless if you don't have a purpose. If you read the verses, you'll know who we versing. Government can tell you what your worth is, look deeper than the surface. They don't even want you researching or asking questions. We all being tested. Shh, shut your mouth and comply, that's the message. Want you to press on prescriptions that mess with your head, got you stressing, suppressing expression.
We will not comply with the institutions. Sick illusion, no, it won't be
Why did read
televised. Welcome to the
Just about everything.
We will not comply with the institutions. Sick illusion, no, it won't be televised. Welcome to the
Keep the money, I would rather have my soul. They want power and control, that's their number one goal. All my friends turn to foes, look how easily they fold. Even Nazis say they were doing what they told. Walking down this road all alone in the cold, but my soul never sold. I'm exposing the clothes, God has chosen this role. All of those who oppose want me hopeless and broke. I'm just trying to tell them all about the flood. I can feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my blood. Man, I came up out of mud, only God is my judge. I don't listen to these politicians, they the real thugs. Won't comply with the lies, they disguise it as science. They want you compliant, the media's bias. These corporate giants are capitalizing on us by dividing, but I'll keep on fighting.
Take somebody's leg out.
Hidden glory in creation, and now revealing you are Christ. What a beautiful name it is! What a beautiful name it is! The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is! Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. Jesus is sin was great, love was greater. What could say? What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a wonderful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus.
Well, Gene, I can bark back at George. So I'll give George a big pet for me.
That could not hold
All right, let's get some Jesus.
Any word from Sherry?
Oh, they're having a blast.
Are they Texas yet?
Yeah, they're all done.
Father God, we come to another week. Do not rest. And your people will not rest. Because this battle for freedom, for justice, and for righteousness is worth the fight. You made us the children of God, and you give us the authority to fight in your name. So, Father, we stand here this evening to fight for justice for our patriots against the tyrannical system that has taken hold in America. And we know this is not what you want, and it will not stand. And we call on you boldly to give us the wisdom and the power and the authority to turn back the tide, to let freedom reign again. Father, we thank you this evening for your protection over us, and we pray for the truckers and the convoy that are headed into Texas to stand for this country, to make us, to keep us free. We thank you, we ask and pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All the way.
Do you want to talk about our day in court yet, Ruffett?
We might as well do that now.
Okay. It was awful. I don't know what else to say, except it was really awful.
It was and it wasn't. For some defendants,
It was not as awful, and for some defendants, it was not as awful, and for others, it was as expected. So, you know, I don't want to speak for other people, so I'll let them speak for themselves if they choose to. But yeah, we did watch Judge Howell make faces from the bench in front of the jury. We did watch her make the prosecution's objections and then sustain herself. What else do we see?
She questioned Dave Summerall while he was on the stand, and hi Brad, and while he was testifying for the defense. So, you know, really the question should be, because she did this in front of a jury also. So here's the main problem, is the jury is watching this judge. You know, if it was a bench trial or something to that effect, that's very different. The etiquette inside the courtroom is very different. How you act is different. The jury needs to see all the evidence as it is given. And you have a judge who was the Chief Justice until Judge Boasberg took over, scoffing and rolling her eyes at video of people carrying American flags and chanting USA, USA. President Trump's speech at the Ellipse, she very much had many facial expressions, and you know, the jury is watching this judge. She is the person in the courtroom. They look to her for guidance. They look to her for direction on how and what they need to do in that courtroom. She is basically, and that is what it is. So, you know, this judge is very biased. She is stepping down, but, you know, the condescending manner before this man, Mr. Todd, is convicted is abhorrent, and no one should face consequences like that when they walk in. You know, there are so many things that were brought up today. Mr. Disney, who is the prosecutor, one of the prosecutors for the government, right, and they were trying to argue some of the obstruction issues and being on the grounds by unlawful means. And, you know, Judge Beryl Houghton, this was out of the sight of the jury when this argument took place, so let me be clear on that. So now she can have expression and a bit of disdain and everything because it's just within people in the courtroom, you know. But she is sitting up there, and they are trying to say, was he corruptly there? Was he there by unlawful means? And the prosecutor had the nerve to say, well, you just don't steal a can of beans because you don't have any lawful ways to pay for it. Well, I'm sorry, the crime is so rampant here in DC alone, where they are swiping shelves clean, where the businesses have to leave, and that is and they're not prosecuting these people, but they're prosecuting our countrymen. She made a statement today about how did you not know that you were not in a restricted building area, piece of land. Well, you know, by 108, these bicycle racks, and let's really look at how high this is to me. All right, you are in a mass group of hundreds of thousands of people, and by 108, that's all there is. Do you think that you're going to see this bicycle rack? And she says, well, you pass bicycle racks, there's tear gas, there's alarms. Well, you know what? There's barbed wire up at our border, and they do not care about that because those illegals coming in are much more important than our countrymen being persecuted there in these courtrooms. Why we do not have more people sitting in there and supporting our people who is being persecuted for showing up that day to have their First Amendment rights heard. And by the way, Judge Beryl Howell laughed and scorned and actually said that she would severely not censor, but I forget the word she used. Roger.
Instruct the jury to ignore the First Amendment defense because their First Amendment does not apply because they were standing in an area where they shouldn't have been.
Unlawful protest. That is your First Amendment. Everybody went there that day to redress their grievances, and she says you cannot use that. And she's not the only one. She's not the only one. Our countrymen are being persecuted for crimes that are not crimes. They were there to stand up for their First Amendment, it's their constitutional right. Let's look and see who they're not prosecuting and persecuting. Let's look at that, because those are not our countrymen. There's a genocide of the American patriot going on, and we need to wake up.
There shouldn't be instructing and ruling from the bench.
Should not be instructing.
Hello.
Yep, and leading the prosecution.
Hey guys, what's going on? I loved what I was hearing right there. That was awesome, whoever was out there just speaking. I'm a little deaf. I couldn't barely hear it. But, I got to let you know that this is not only the hottest new podcast coming live from the DC jail by two guys whose names start with D&C, but it's actually the double D&C show tonight because we have, actually I guess it'll be the quad D&C show tonight. We have Dominic Bach, David Dempsey, and Chris Flagler tonight. I would love how he got four quad or four Ds out of that, but you know he's not a. And you know what, Daniel Ball's sitting here reading the Northern Next Sentinel, so I guess sure, you know. If it works, it works, you know. That's right. So Patriots, thank you so much for doing some legwork. Tammy, thank you for trying to get my my 27-page why is this happening and why do my lawyers and jail suck so much to the judge. I would like to put it on the record that I wanted to get it on to the judge today. But according to my my lawyer's head doctor, I'm living in a fantasy world, and because he didn't see or hear at all what I'm talking about on the news, it must not have happened.
Right, exactly.
Oh, wow.
His words.
Exactly.
His words.
Exactly. So fucking.
You know, well, I never heard that. I never heard that from the news. Where do you get your news? All over. And then I check everything. Where do you get your news?
Right.
You know where I don't get my news? CNN, MSNBC.
Right.
Where do you get your news? Oh, well, this isn't about me.
You see, somebody say they don't watch MSNBC because those are some of the most trustworthy people
I've ever seen. Yeah.
And I've watched the
are you guys? Can you guys hear Dempsey?
This goes out to
Partisan, non-binary. MSNBC. We are the most unbiased, non-binary people you have ever met. Unless you're a bigot Trump supporter, and then in that case you're a Nazi and we hate you.
True. Just mostly.
And whether or not Chris Flagler is living in a fantasy world, which I don't think he is, I'm living in a very real world of pain right now. I had my first run-in with the magic shade chemical burn, the biological warfare agent that we have to use on our faces in here. So I'm looking pretty disgusting. Listen, I love his rosy cheeks, personally. Yeah, I don't know, everybody's shocked by it. It's like, hey, you know, our skin is a little bit different. When something says it's formulated for black men, right on the front, even as small of letters as it does say it, and then they're shocked and awed at how that it burns the crap out of white people. And White and Lily, I know you're there right now. You can vouch for me. You saw it today. I'm not trying to make a fashion statement. But I am making the declaration.
You just embarrassed him. He's just been embarrassed since you guys have talked to him.
That's right.
I mean, the chemical agent that he poured all over his face, that's nothing to do with it.
We came the other day and asked us what we wanted instead of magic shave. Unanimously, we said razors, and
Yeah, they're like, well, that's not going to happen. I was like, well, then, in the jail that in Jersey that deals with 7,000 inmates every, why don't we have barbers here? Why don't you lock up the barber equipment behind the the CO's desk, put it in a lockbox, and we can and the barber can pull it out for the CO, and then we can do razors, or not razors, but like trimmers, and we can do trimmers, maybe whether it be 3 times a week or 4 times a month or whatever. Oh, well, that's a good idea.
well, we'll get back to you 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, we'll get back from you after you all go to prison, where you can now buy 3-bladed razors on the regular. And guess what? You don't have to give them back in. If you get caught with them,
I don't know if I like
and
that
making
either.
a weapon with them, guess what? You get a shot, and you get thrown in the hole. But until that happens, you're trusted as a man. You're trusted as an individual.
I also did. I brought this up to the deputy director, assistant to the regional co-manager from the night. You heard that? You heard that?
Albert, listen, all I'm saying is if Northern Net can trust you with razors, lock you in a cell and say, hey, guys, shave your face for an hour, and I'm coming back and collecting the razors, then we should be able to do it here.
And that was my point. That was my point. In Jacksonville, which is a very similar makeup demographically to the swamp that we now call Washington, D.C.
You also have a lot of Patriots in Jacksonville?
It was a Patriot pot of 1.
Okay.
Ultimately,
It was the Patriot bunk.
That was a Patriot. But, we can buy as many single blade razors as we want. And while there were a little bit of tomfoolery and some antics going on, what didn't happen was I saw nobody was stabbed up or sliced up with a single blade razor, but the men were able to keep their faces shaved however they want. You could have an illustrious mustache like I bring Chris Flagland. You could get a haircut on days they didn't bring the clippers. But ultimately, they gave us some agency and some trust that as adults, we can handle adult products and not just have to be, subjected to chemical warfare like I am every time I try to save my face before a visit, which I appreciate greatly. But come on, DCDOC, let's all get together.
Also, if they gave us razors, they would also have to give us mirrors in every cell, because I know about half of the cells in this pod do not have mirrors.
I don't have one. You don't have one. David doesn't have one. Daniel doesn't have one.
Yeah, we just happen to be with four people at a table, and none of us have one. I know. I can think of literally. I would say single digits where there are mirrors.
And while mirrors are undeniably not a right and most certainly a privilege, when you've got a mustache as good as Chris Flagland, that's something you gotta admire every day.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I finally got the mustache wax that they sell on commissary. Well, not commissary, but sent in because someone happened to have a half a jar and said, "Hey, listen, man, this stash deserves this more than my head of hair." So
I've seen it.
I watered mine down a little bit, and it needs this. So I don't have a mirror to perfect it in, I have to say.
Wow. That sounds rough.
If he did have a mirror, he probably wouldn't be tall enough to reach it without some sort of.
Well, that's how he was vegetable when he was growing up. That's one thing. That's neither here nor there. Besides, there's always Brother Box to step on.
One thing I will say, not to completely change here, but we were blessed with a new bookshelf today. So if any Patriots out there are reading any good books, I know, not to speak for myself, but for the other guys here at the table and in the pod, got any good books, we would love for you guys to send them in. And by new, he means fit tan. Hey, but hold on. Hey, I buy those things used, man. Everybody's like, oh, they got to get the brand new book. I ain't trying to get a brand new book. It's going to do the same thing used as it will brand new. Hey, as long as it can be sent in from Amazon or whoever.
Hey,
I'm here for it.
Hey, yeah, I just want to say before people start sending in their used books, we can't do that. It has books.
No.
Yeah,
and,
you have to come
we cannot do used books.
straight from the publisher.
They have to come from the publisher, from Amazon, and they have to be paperback.
Oh yeah, I forgot that paperback. Absolutely have to be paperback.
And no Playboys, all of you Christians. I know how much you want to send in Playboys, but no Playboys. No, they have to be. There's a list of there's. We have limited things that were off. Yeah, you can you can send in Muslim Weekly though. I'm pretty sure that'll pass. The Nation of Islam, the calling, whatever. I don't want to get lost in on that, but yeah. Go to the lake, I never realized you can go to the ocean. Going out there. Oh yeah, gotta love the fucking. Oh really? Gotta love these Democrats and little endless wars. Yeah, remember, if Trump gets in and has the codes to the nuclear weaponry, he's going to create World War III. Fast forward 3 years. There's China doing its own thing. Yeah, war in Israel, you in Ukraine. And China is about to walk all over. I'm going to go to Taiwan. We've got
Syria.
A lot going on. And I was talking about this with Dwight today. It's really crazy when you recognize that Joe Biden has so many issues going on. We've got Ukraine. We've got Gaza. We've got the southern border. We've got the economy in absolute shambles. Even one of these issues would demand, you would hope, full attention of whatever administration is in office. And meanwhile, Joe Biden and the Karine Jean-Pierres of this administration are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, stamping their feet and saying, we need more power, and we're doing all that we can do, while effectively, seemingly, doing nothing. Am I wrong? Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Dr. Flowers, maybe you saw that in your news, too. Just saying. I did want to also give a big shout out to Fulton County prosecutor Fannie Lillis, who admitted to an inappropriate relationship she claims isn't inappropriate. Bribery. But ultimately, not to worry, it didn't, she didn't start bumping uglies with the prosecutor.
You have 1 minute remaining.
It came about. Hold on, don't. Yeah, go ahead. But she did say, these allegations you brought about based on the, quote, flimsiest facts. I just wanted to say and end this tonight by saying 870-287 here in cell number 1 in the DC DOC with my man Chris Flagland. Chris Flagland, 378835. Listen, we love you, Patriots. And listen,
We love you, Patriots!
For Patriots in the DC area, please get with Tammy and send certified mail. Send the 27-page letter, whether it's 27 pages or not. Please send it to Judge McFadden, certified mail. Okay, please do that. I want no excuses when I go in there in 18 days and say, I want this on the record. I don't care.
All right. So,
Every time, Chris. Every time.
she didn't get me.
She got Chris.
She didn't get me.
That's right. Chris.
And yeah, so anyway,
Greta.
the thing is that sometimes these guys don't understand exactly the rules of the court because they're in jail and they don't have access to a law library. They have access to something much far less than that.
Who is Fox's judge? Oh, Judge Boasberg says just it doesn't cost to go to the law library.
It doesn't cost them anything to go to the law library. Like they can just scoot on over there anytime they want. Except the law library is a fictitious place in this jail that doesn't exist.
And they don't
so
have the tablet.
If it does exist, none of these guys have ever seen it. So I don't know about all that, but you know, I have to follow the rules of the law and the court, especially since I go into it very often. So the reason that he is asking a private citizen to mail that into the judge is because I cannot.
Yeah, I don't think you can send things directly to the judge. I think you have to go through the clerk, the clerk of the court.
The clerk says you have an attorney, and you cannot speak to the judge ex parte without your attorney.
Exactly.
We could do our best, but
Make paper airplanes and float them up.
You cannot
to the
do
judge.
that.
I don't think they're that concerned. Somebody the other day offered to give one of the judges a book, Meta, I think, like if I don't have enough reading to do. So I think they do skimming. I think they skim some of it, but some of it I think goes right in the round fall. So let's talk a little bit about visitation, because that was good.
Yeah, it was.
Tammy was inappropriate as always.
I love
That's
him.
why she's our favorite. You know, I had a nice visit with Jeff Sable. Dwight and Lily were there. Greg was there. Daniel Ball's family was there. And so, yeah, like three, the mom, the dad, and his son. And Eric. Yeah. And so I just want to say thank you, Dwight, for coordinating that for us, because he does, you know, put some time and effort into, I know he's probably doing Bible study, but he does put a lot of time and effort into coordinate that for us and for the guys. So we love Dwight. We can't count the things that him and Lily do for us, as does everybody here on Freedom Corner. So I couldn't have a better team. So thank you, guys. We love you.
How's it going?
Hey, Taylor. Hey, Taylor.
I'm trying to add him. Hey, Taylor, this is Mickey. I'm trying to add you to my tablet so that I can text you, but the Getting Out app just hates me right now, and I can't. So I am trying to reach out so that we can communicate on the tablet, but I'm not having any luck.
Oh, okay. Well, I wait for you to figure out whatever you got to do to communicate with me then. I don't have any control on my end. I just respond when people text message me and stuff. But that's exciting.
The Getting Out app is terrible. It does what it wants.
It does truly do
sometimes
what it wants.
You know, I've actually had a few people contact my wife saying that I have on my Getting Out app that are saying they're having a hard time messaging. So yeah, I'm not really sure. On my end, I don't have any control of anything.
It'll let me go all the way
it sounds like-
through till I ask it to contact you, and then you're a big nope.
Huh? That's weird.
It is weird.
Huh?
Bring me
Yeah, I'm not on any kind of restriction or anything that I'm aware of. So I have no idea. That's odd. Huh?
We'll try to figure it out.
Well-
Maybe I'll try to help Mickey tomorrow.
Because I don't have the magic.
I don't.
But you're cute.
On Freedom Corner.
So I don't know if it's possible to do this or not, but I kind of thought, is it possible to take questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if we have
So I've put out so much stuff over the last month or whatever, and I've gotten some letters with people who've asked me questions, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll see if it's possible. If anybody there has a question for me, if not, you know, tell a couple jokes. But I just thought maybe I could open it up for if anybody wants to know any specifics about what's going on inside. Just anything.
Right. Friday night, fun Fridays, Q&A.
Hi, John and
Yeah.
Jen.
Uh-oh.
Hi, John. It's Jen Baker. Oh, what did I say? I called him John. I didn't mean to, but...
That's all right. I've been called John my whole life.
I'm sure, John Atonga.
Yep.
So, tell me, what is your favorite kind of recipe, like with commissary, maybe mixed with a little bit of your tray or whatever? What kind of meal do you like to make while you're in your humble abode?
That's a great question. So I lived down in Brazil for 2 years, and when I was down in Brazil, I'm not kidding you, every single day while I was down there, I ate rice and beans. So I like anything. I can do anything with rice and beans. So we get rice and beans in our tray. Gosh, it feels like 4 or 5 days a week. So it's pretty common that I'll spice it up with some hot sauce, maybe some garlic sauce, or we've got this, I don't know, some kind of not garlic, but some kind of MSG seasoned salt, because of course everything is bland. And then I will often put in, we get like turkey sausage and hot turkey sausage. I'll throw that in there with it. It's pretty common that I'll make just rice with the sausage, and then I'll do like a jalapeno cream cheese mixed in there. I just any very and I mix it up, and for me that's kind of a staple food. I can eat that every day, and I feel pretty satisfied. So yeah, that's for me. It's rice and beans, and some kind of protein source mixed in with it.
Cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then at lunch, I have eaten more bologna in this jail than I have ever in my life. I've had
Does it have a first name?
I'm not a bologna guy. Yeah, I'm not a bologna guy. And so I finally broke down and I said, I'm not having bologna anymore. It's against my moral values. I'm not doing it. So I have enough tuna fish now, and I have mayonnaise ordered from the outside because we can't order it on our end. People have to send it to us through the care pack or whatever. Yeah, so I make a tuna fish sandwich every day for lunch, and I feel much healthier eating a tuna fish sandwich. Whatever the zinc or whatever's in the tuna, I feel a lot stronger having tuna fish sandwich at lunch than when I have the bologna. So, yep.
Imagine that, tuna fish over processed whatever it is.
I just want to ask
I just want to ask, is it actual tuna fish or is it the fish bits?
Oh, please stop saying fish
It
bits.
is actual tuna fish. Let me look here. It is actual tuna fish, and yeah, it's tuna fish, water, vegetable broth, pea and carrot extract, salt. So yeah, it's tuna.
All right, yay!
And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And that's about the only kind of fish I really enjoy is tuna fish.
Guy never ate fish before we got in.
All right. I think we have another question here.
Higher amount of
This is
protein
Hank
with the
Munster.
fish.
I'm
Okay.
a January 61st.
He learned to like it.
How are you doing financially?
Hi.
He said it's so gross when they warm it up in the microwave.
I am very blessed in the fact that the community there, those Vigil members out there, as well as out in the world at large, have helped contribute to my commissary, and I budget it pretty well. So, I just handle what money is in my commissary. I just try to make it last as long as I can, and it just seems like by the grace of God, every time it gets low, somebody makes a deposit, and
right.
I have enough to get through another week. So I have 5 kids at home, and my wife, I've always been the sole income earner. My wife's never had a job. And so it's been, obviously me coming in here has been a huge thing. And so any donations that she gets through the Gifts and Go, they're hers. She's managing the household now. So I don't ask her to put money on my tablet or on my commissary. I'd rather go without, because to me it's kind of like taking money out of my kids' mouths. So I feel extremely blessed when people do make deposits on both the commissary and the tablet. It goes a long ways, and I try to make it last as I can. So I would just say, I've been blessed that when there's a need, somebody out there seems to answer my prayer and make a deposit without me having to solicit it from home. So that's my answer to that.
So how long have you been incarcerated so far?
I was remanded to prison the day before Thanksgiving, 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I've been in here just over 2 months.
Well, hopefully we'll get this straightened out pretty quick. I'm going to put a foot in their ass if you don't mind me saying that, but things are coming.
Great. Well, I know there's a lot of great people out there working on things, and I wish the legislature would just legislate and cut some funding and whatnot. But yeah, there's every single defendant does their part, right? Every single defendant who goes before a judge, you can capitulate, or you can make them run the course, make them run through the tape and actually do their job all the way.
That's right.
And I don't want to pass judgment on any people who take plea deals or anything like that, but it's my opinion and my belief that if we stand strong and be men of integrity and women of integrity, and we stand on our values, I believe in accountability. But in order for us to hold others accountable, we have to hold ourselves accountable as well. And one of the things we have is rights. Our founding fathers died and put their lives on the line for rights like a speedy trial. They died and put their lives on the line for rights like confronting your accuser. They died and put their lives on the line for the right for you to present yourself at trial rather than hire a liar. You know, and I'm not saying that any of those things, if you waive your right to speedy trial or you hire an attorney or any of those things are wrong, but we need to be cognizant of what our rights are and the cost that was paid for them. And a synonym for rights is our duties. There are obligations. If we have the right to free speech, we have a duty to speak freely and not be censored by the court and not be told what to say, a script by an attorney at a plea deal or anything like that. We have to stand up.
That's right.
And so I can only live by my example. I can only do what I did. I don't hold any real ill will towards the court or anything like that.
I do.
But I stood on my rights. And, for example, one thing that came up extensively towards the end there was the right to my speedy trial. Judge Lambert, does the record reflect I've reserved all my rights with explicit reservation without prejudice, including my right to a speedy trial? Does the record reflect it's been 470 days since I have reserved those rights? Who has a duty to calculate that time? Judge Lambert's answers, I do. Judge, if has my right to due process been violated by not having a speedy trial? I put their feet to the fire and at least made them answer those questions, and that's why from the time they finally deemed me quote competent to stand trial, because they made me meet with some psychiatrists a few times, could you imagine? And they scheduled a federal court case within 3 weeks, right? And then they couldn't get witnesses to show up to court because it was such short notice on a holiday week. Well, that's because we have rights, right? And I wasn't willing to back down on them, and it took me a year to finally get them to cognize the fact that I knew that I had a right to a speedy trial, and things like that. So, you're a January 6th defendant. Do what's in your heart, but stand up. Be a man of integrity, and don't forget the reasons that you went to January 6th. It's my opinion that our grievances have not been redressed.
Absolutely
right?
not. Right.
So, you guys come out to the vigil. I'm preaching to the choir, but the world also needs to know. My wife had an interesting experience. She's got the house for sale, or getting ready to put the house for sale, obviously, because she can't support the mortgage by herself. And so she was looking at some property in Idaho, which is where we kind of both come from originally. And some realtor contacted her, because she's on the website. And the realtor was talking to her, and she mentioned, I was incarcerated January 6th. And the realtor goes, you know what? I've never met a January 6th defendant. I don't know anybody. But the other day, this is the realtor telling my wife this, she was driving down the road thinking about January 6th. And thinking about what we've been going through that she's been reading in the news. And she was so overwhelmed, she pulled over on the side of the road and cried and prayed for us. Wow. This is a random stranger with no connection to the vigil, no connection to anything. There are millions of people out there who just need to hear what's going on and just need to be connected. So those of you that are listening, retweet this, repost it, share it with your social media, share it with people in the grocery store. You never know where our allies are. And truth is infectious, right? It is infectious. When people hear the truth, they can't unhear it. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That's right. We love you, Patriot.
As far as January 6ers go, we all need to start coming together because no one has the perfect way to solve this problem. No one is going to get, their due justice in the process that we're in. It's really about exposing the judges, the attorneys, the prosecutors, and each case is going to be paramount in doing that. So whichever way you go, just do it from your heart. That's the best thing I can tell everyone right now.
That's right.
Yep, that's right. That's right. In the book Atlas Shrugged, the character Hank Reardon says this when he's going on trial. He says, I will not help you to pretend that I have a chance. I will not help you to preserve the appearance of righteousness where rights are recognized. I will not help you to preserve an appearance of rationality by entering a debate in which a gun is the final argument. I will not help you pretend you are administering justice. And then the judge says, but the law compels you to volunteer defense. And he goes, that is the flaw in your theory. And I will not help you out of it. If I choose to deal with men by means of compulsion, do so. If you choose to deal with men by means of compulsion, do so. But you will discover that you need the voluntary cooperation of your victims in many more ways than you can see at present. And your victims should discover that it is their own volition, which you cannot force, that makes you possible. I choose to be consistent, and I will obey you in the manner you demand. Whatever you wish me to do, I will do it at the point of a gun. If you sentence me to jail, you will have to send armed men to carry me there. I will not volunteer to move. If you find me, you will have to seize my property to collect the fine. I will not volunteer to pay it. If you believe that you have the right to force me, use your guns openly. I will not help you disguise the nature of your action.
Wow. You know, your words tonight are powerful, and sometimes people need to hear that again. And so I would just, ask American citizens to remember why people were there that day. Remember why, 1 million people, conservative estimate, 1 million people, that most of them no prior run-ins with the law, no prior conflicts with the community. American patriots. Remember why American patriots went to D.C. on January 6th, and hold that spirit in your heart. Yeah.
When there,
you have 1 minute remaining.
Real quick, when there were about 1,000 arrestees, Chicago University did a study. The average age was 38 years old. Over 50% of them were business owners. Over 50% of them were married with children. Prime, patriotic Americans that country runs on. If Americans of that caliber in that quantity showed up, it puts the world on notice. This isn't 23-year-olds living in grandma's basement like Antifa. These are real people with real vested interest in this country. So, absolutely. Thank you, guys. My Give Send Go, John Takis Family Help.com, Give Send Go /John Takis Family Help. Every little bit counts, and I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you, Patriot.
Okay, so sometimes he has just a way of saying exactly what we're thinking, and then sometimes he goes so deep, you're like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that smart. But he does, he did sum some things up for us. And Mark Brew, he talks a lot about how this government doesn't have control over you. Well, they do, because they have the key to your cell. But does that mean they have the right to treat you in the manner that they've been treated? And so I will ask everybody that feels so compelled to get a hold of your congressional members, get a hold of your senators. Please ask them to send representatives over to that courthouse to see what's going on. You would not believe the violation of people's rights. And we can stand out here and say it all night long, but you don't believe it until you see it. It's just that overwhelming. It's just, it's stomach turning. So know that these people's rights are being violated every day in America. They're being trounced on. And there's a reason you can't record in those courtrooms. There's a reason they knocked out you used to be able to call and listen to the trial. You can't do that anymore because they screwed that up so bad that there were repercussions from that. So, we cannot let the American people know the truth. They do not want American citizens to know what's going on inside that courtroom. And the only journalists that come are those left-wing cracks that want to trash us from the very beginning. And in these courtrooms, it keeps coming up, the January 6th Select Committee. Those were lies. We cannot base American citizens' sentencing and futures on a bunch of lies told by radical left people. There's the truth on the video. The truth is out there. There has never been such a recorded event in history. If we're going to hold American patriots' balls to the fire, to the wall, let's see what our congressional members were up to that day. Let's see what Nancy Pelosi was up to that day. Let's see where the idiot Capitol Police who gassed themselves and collapsed the first police line. Let's see what their retaliatory was. Let's see if they sparked off the violence. Let's see if that red flare in the air meant something. Let's see if the pop smoke and left them behind meant something. Let's see if Michael Byrd saying there's shots fired after he killed my daughter. Let's see if there's something behind that. Why was that covered up? Why was he allowed to disappear into Andrews Air Force Base? Why was his name not allowed to be said? Why was it, not until American people pressed for that we even know who the hell he was? So there are things being covered up and hidden from American citizens daily, and these men inside right now are paying the price. My family's paying the price. Nicole's family's paying the price. Tammy's family's paying the price. The John Takises are paying the price. And like we said, we want accountability. But as we hold American citizens accountable Let's hold our government accountable.
Amen, Mickey.
I love that lady right here. I mean, because it was a tough day.
All right, all the way.
I mean, we went, it really did, you know, because it is. It's horrible. And you know what? Because it is our countrymen, it is our patriots, and they're sitting there. We already know that they murder. They will murder you for standing up for your First Amendment. And now they are murdering the American family. When I say it's genocide against the American people, I absolutely do mean that. You know, we just heard from Mr. Jonatakis, and he has 5 children. Well, we sat in the verdict today for Samsel and Grant and Mr. Johnson and Mr. Blythe and Mr. Randolph. And, you know, Mr. Johnson, he has been the caretaker of his son since his son is going to go back to a mother that did not raise him. Now, what effects is this going to have? He doesn't have a criminal history. He went that day because he does have children. He is a business owner. He's one of these people that they're talking about. Ashley was a business owner. These people are productive people. My husband, productive human, participated in his community. All of these patriots had a place in their community where they gave back. So many of them that showed up that day, and they are destroying that family unit. They are destroying the heart, or try to, of that American. You know, when they talk about Israel and Ukraine, those are not my flags. Those are not my people. My people are being persecuted and prosecuted here in D.C. and locked up across this country, and nobody is in the streets. But we're in the streets for Palestine. We're in the streets for a genocide that has nothing to do with us, because we have a flag in a country that we have to protect. And the genocide of the American patriot is something I'm not going to stand down for, and I hope you don't stand down either. Just like Mickey said, this is just the beginning of what they are going to do across the way. I don't know. He's happy. You know, it was hard because we wanted to come to the vigil and be upbeat and try to be upbeat, but you know, you can't. You can't be upbeat because you cannot enjoy yourself when you see the destruction of our people in front of our eyes. And that is what is happening. Our way of life. They are making sure that these men and women, when they get out, their reputations are trashed. It's over. Mr. Johnson is going to probably, he is a business owner. He's probably going to lose his business because he's going to be locked up. I will say Judge Cobb did not remand them, and I will give her, I will say she was compassionate with that, so they will have a detention hearing soon on that.
But the prosecution didn't like it.
The prosecution didn't like it, you know, and you have Mr. Blythe, and he's a young man, and his parents are just horrified of the idea of him going into prison. And you can see the fear and the ultimate heartbreak. And it's not because these men are criminals. The majority of these people do not have a criminal history. And even at that, you know, you look at the history of some of these. Pete Schwartz is one that comes to mind, and because that's another heartbreaking story. Well, actually, we can't even do that because we would be here forever. There's 1,271 of our countrymen that have been taken in like this thus far, and they're arresting them every day, and they're going to send them to the gulag as soon as they can. And they're going to make sure that we don't stand up and talk about it because they want to make it difficult for us to be here. They want to make it difficult for you to stand up because they're going to make you afraid that you're going to lose your life and business. That is an illusion. That is an illusion. You don't really have that because they're going to come and take it whenever they can. So you can either wait till it's lost or you can stand up now. Just like Mr. Jonatakis said, we need to be people of integrity. We need to stand up for what we believe in and our people, and that is the American people. That is we the people. You know, when we were in Lindale walking in, they had a big sign, and I didn't take a picture of it because I don't do things like that. That they had Miss Judy Flatbeard had a big sign that says, we the people be the people. And that is, because if you're not on this corner, be on some corner. But the prayers go out to those that got the verdict in today and to Jan Sixers that are still yet to deal with it. You know, we do have your back, and we got yours, Brad. Hank. Same like Brad.
Maybe Brad.
Well, I did, yeah.
Brought a name.
We should not say anything.
Maybe Ian
Brad. I meant Brad.
Okay, we'll do that. Hi, Joe.
If you weren't Hank, you'd be Brad.
It's all right. Sorry, Brad.
Well, this is Patricia.
Have you met Patricia? That was funny. I'm more Patricia.
Separating secrets, they don't celebrate quite yet. The storm is coming true for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the families that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate the fear of yours.
Yeah, I was, and they got a bunch of trench kids and we're going to court Monday.
Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. March on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour, troubled souls, wanna guide servants. Lay down, cut the grass till we see the sun.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's hard to get ready to pay your dues.
They're all smart business.
That's crazy.
They knew it was.
Mickey and so fired up. I probably
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, blind, not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I pray for forgiveness.
This puppet show stays on because of you. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's hard to get ready to pay your dues. Come back home. This crazy world is filled with innocent abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now. One
Hi, Racer.
This puppet show stays on because of you. We've been dancing with the devil way too long.
Thank you, Joe.
I know it's hard to get ready to pay your dues. Oh, God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with innocent abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need
Thank
you
you, Ed.
now.
Prayers are the biggest donation you can give to the nation.
As soon as they opened the Reagan building back up and we were allowed to go to commercial offices, we didn't there. And they know. They know. actually have someone that knows exactly getting somebody to do something. Yeah, because our options are limited.
And their options may be limited too. I just don't know.
Yeah, why?
It's possible, but maybe not. I mean, I just don't know the whole legal angle.
It's on the whole time.
Good rant.
Actually, it's not a call-in, but the two new guys, Farbad and Farhad Azari, I just wanted to get their booking numbers out in case anybody would like to send them a letter. They don't need donations at this time, but they would like, you know. Farbad is the son. His booking number is 388108, and Farhad is the dad, and his booking number is 388107. If anybody would like to write them a letter, that would be great.
Thanks, Tim.
They are from Iran. They're they're both business owners. They're from Virginia, I think the Richmond area. And they're very educated, and they're very big patriots, and we may hear from them soon. I don't know.
Thank you so much, April May.
Resign them to my singing.
Hi, Mel. Thank everybody.
That's exactly it. Get up
We're
there.
out here every night,
Okay, it's
7:30
on Friday. You didn't know what
to
that
9:30.
meant.
Mostly we get here at 7, so we can send out everybody.
She's like, I'm never coming on Fridays.
Get out our prayer requests.
Shake a man's hand and look
Do a little chit chat.
Did you,
That's
were you
so
able to pick up
hard
the stuff
to
you needed to
do.
get?
Yeah.
Don't go smoke, don't tell
many
lies. Son, just tell the truth.
I'm on 4.
Rumors going round all around town. You've been talking shit.
He was like, are you sure?
Say I can't play and you say I can't sing. And my songs, they won't be his.
Right.
I've never been a
Right.
violent
Yeah, well,
man.
it's, you know.
I'd rather be drinking
That's
beer.
what happens when you're in jail for 3 years, dude.
That's the name Granddaddy gave me, and let me make it clear. You're gonna shut your mouth, or say it to my face, or I'm gonna use your ass. I can burn to sweep this place. Go on and call up your friends. You better bring a few. 'Cause I come from a different time, when the men were all old school. Baby-faced and cute,
Gave me a bunch of bruises.
no calluses on your hands, no scuffs upon your boots. You probably think the holler is a rap song in your car. You don't know the first damn thing about playing these smoky bars. You're gonna shut your mouth, or say it to my face, or I'm gonna use your ass. I can bring to sweep this place. Go on and call up your friends. Better bring a few. 'Cause I come from a different time, when the men were all old school. I don't care if you're gonna speak your mind, son. You got something to say? All I ask you, stand up, grow some balls, and say it to my face. 'Cause if I keep hearing whispers, son, you're still talking shit. You're gonna owe me gas money to get back over here, and it's gonna be talk shit, get hit. You're gonna shut your mouth, say it to my face, or I'm gonna use your ass. I can run to sweep this place. Go on and call up your friends. You better bring a few. I come from a different time, when the men were all old school. 'cause my granddaddy sure was old school. Let's talk shit, get hit. What's that? I don't hear nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm waiting.
Me too. We all are.
Okay, so I know y'all have heard us talk a lot about AJ and Susie. So we got our little a beautiful picture, some beautiful artwork from AJ. Thank you, AJ. And our beloved vanilla sugar. Thank you.
Not cocaine.
No, real sugar with vanilla beans in it. Airport thought it was cocaine, but that was interesting. So we got the little test kit out. We had security come over, do the little drug test. We were pulled to secondary. So I just want to thank AJ and Susie for constantly doing sweet things for the guys inside, and you know, we feel your love all the time. True Blue, you've been amazing. Thank you for your support for Deb and for us. And then, you know, last but not least, thanks Deb, because you really filled in some gaps for us. I'm glad you're safely back in Ohio with our flagpoles. And we have your ice scraper. We'll keep safe for you. So and our J6ers, sometimes it's a thankless job, but Dave goes at it hard all the time. And, you know, we call him the godfather of J6, because if anybody needs anything, they always call Dave. So thanks, Dave, for coming through for us. And then our website looks good. Y'all go check out our website. Deb does good work on it, and she works hard all the time. So that being said.
Well, speaking of our website, you know, it's 4Ashley, the number 4ASHLI.com. We have all of our affiliates. We get out here every night and we promote these Gen 6 organizations that we see making a difference on our end. Because what we do here at 4Ashley are things like Tammy does. She keeps up with these guys inside and their families so well, and she communicates with them about the steps and the process that they're going to be going through. You know, we are in court, we are at the committee hearings, and we do that all day, every day, along with these amazing live streamers out here, which, you know, Trooper, how much time did you have? Come tell me.
What's that?
How much time did you have in January?
Oh, no, it's views.
Views, I'm sorry.
And 105K.
105,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Views,
we can do that. And look at that. And then we have We the People MAGA. We have 4Ashley. Please, what do I hear? Ring that bell, like and share.
It's our new live stream. Our new live stream is 4Ashley Jan 6 Vigil.
Okay, I should know that. Our new live stream is 4Ashley Jan 6 Vigil. And, you know, for the year of 24, we are asking for $24 donations to help us stay here and continue the fight. You know, we are boots on the ground along with so many. Ashley, Deb's done a really great job. So, you know, these $24 donations really add up, and because it does help with our day-to-day here. And we know that Bidenomics isn't working for any of us, you know, so we're hoping that that doesn't put a crunch in you. But you amazing patriots have made all these things happen, and for us to continue to stay here. And we see the tough stuff here, but we see the good stuff too. We do see the needle changing. We do see what y'all do out there by writing those letters and making those phone calls. You know, you go to American Patriot Mail Project and you can see all the people that are detained. I can't talk. Tammy's gonna come up here and do the roll call. And, you know, it is going to, when my daughter heard the roll call on January 6th, and this is really tough because our family is, like I said, out of 1,271 families at this point. And on January 6th in front of Seagoville, when they started saying the roll call, my daughter just broke down crying because it is, it makes you step back when you hear the amount of our people that are locked up for standing up for what they believe in. And her father's one of them. And she knows that other fathers and mothers are in that list. And she does know and feel how hard it's been on her family. So, it's important that we get to say this roll call every night. It's important that these family members hear their loved ones' names. And I appreciate, all the efforts that are put into our team here and out there. So we can only do this because of y'all.
Thanks, Nicole. For those lives lost on January 6th, Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, and on the following day, Officer Brian Sicknick, rest in peace. For those detained, Justin Adams, Michael Adams, Thomas Adams, Tommy Allen, Chris Alberts, Russell Alford, Noah Bacon, Edward Medallion, Daniel Ball, Thomas Ballard, Logan Barnhart, Richard Barnett, Pauline Bauer, Julio Bequero, Matthew Bedingfield, Luke Bender, Joe Biggs, Aiden Billiard, Craig Bingert, Joshua Black, Matthew Bledsoe, Kenneth Bonowitz, Dominic Box, Brandon Bradshaw, Larry Brock, Jeffrey Brown, Jeremy Brown, Mark Brew, Daniel Caldwell, William Calhoun, Jared Cantrell, Jacob Clark, Kel Clayton, Stephen Capuccio, Matthew Caspel, Billy Cressman, Reed Christensen, Dylan Cronin, Josiah Colt, Mason Corson, Bruno Kua, Matthew De Silva, Nicholas DiCarlo, Nathan DeGrave, David Dempsey, Lucas Denny, Robert Dennis, Timothy DeJarkin, Michael Dickinson, Joshua Doolin, Michael Eckerman, James Elliott, Daniel Eckvet, Brandon Fellows, Kyle Fitzsimons, Kevin Galetto, Mitchell Gardner, Robert Gieswein, David Geetson, Vincent Gillespie, Vitaly Goshchenkowski, Jeffrey Grace, James Grant, Matthew Green, Brian Gunderson, Joseph Hackett, Stacy Hager, Kenneth Harrelson, Johnny Harris, Richard Harris, Joshua Haynes, Donald Hazard, Albuquerque Head, Andrew Hernandez, Joshua Hernandez, Eric Herrera, Joseph Howe, Joshua Hughes, Jared Hughes, Joseph Hutchinson, Brian Jackson, Shane Jenkins, Douglas Jensen, Justin Jersey, Ryan Kelly, Julian Qatar, Federico Klein, Matthew Kroll, Nicholas Langren, Daniel Leeden, Joseph Leeden, Luke Lintz, Michael Lockwood, Joshua Lawler, Kevin Lyons, Marcus Malley, Christian Manley, Cody Matisse, James Malt, Christopher Maurer, Mark Mazza, Ronald Maccabee, Patrick McCoffey, James McGrew, Sean McHugh, Jeffrey McKellop, James McNamara, Connie Meggs, Kelly Meggs, Jonathan Mellis, Rodney Millstreet, Matthew Miller, Scott Miller, Jordan Mink, Robert Menuda, Landon Mitchell, David Marshall, Robert Morse, Christopher Moynihan, Jonathan Menifo, Daryl Neely, Ryan Nichols, Kirsten Niemela, Gregory Nix, Ethan Nordine, Nicholas Ox, Grady Owens, Joseph Padilla, Robert Palmer, Michael Perkins, Dominic Vizzola, Daniel Fitz, Mark Ponder, Jonathan Pollock, Olivia Pollock, Rachel Powell, Sean Price, Joshua Pruitt, Chris Quaglin, Bayer Ramey, Guy Reffitt, Zach Reel, Mariana Reiner, Stuart Rhodes, Howard Richardson, George Riley, Thomas Robertson, Michael Roberts,
Hero.
Michael Roche,
Hero.
Jonathan Rockholt,
Hero.
Daniel Rodriguez,
Hero.
Greg Rubenacker,
Hero.
Jeffrey Sable,
Hero.
Ryan Samsel,
Hero.
Ronald Sandlin,
Hero.
Salvador Sandoval,
Hero.
Robert Sanford,
Hero.
Peter Schwartz,
Hero.
Daniel Scott,
Hero.
Christian Secor,
Hero.
Hunter Seafried,
Hero.
Kevin Seafried,
Hero.
Grayson Sherrill,
Hero.
Alexander Shepard,
Hero.
Thomas Civic,
Hero.
Jeffrey Sills,
Hero.
Mikhail Sly,
Hero.
Charles Smith,
Hero.
Tommy Smith,
Hero.
Kelly Sorrell,
Hero.
Audrey Souther, Patrick Stedman,
Hero.
Laura Steele,
Hero.
Tristan Stevens,
Hero.
John Strand,
Hero.
Tara Stottlemyre,
Hero.
Isaac Sturgeon,
Hero.
Alan Sweeney,
Hero.
Andrew Taki,
Hero.
Enrique Tario,
Hero.
Curtis Tate,
Hero.
George Tenney,
Hero.
Jacob Thayers,
Hero.
Devlin Thompson,
Hero.
Dustin Thompson,
Hero.
Edward Vallejo,
Hero.
Salvatore Vassallo,
Hero.
Jason Wallace,
Hero.
Jessica Watkins,
Hero.
William Watson,
Hero.
Matthew Webler,
Hero.
Thomas Webster,
Hero.
Bradley Weeks,
Hero.
Sandra Weir,
Hero.
Jack Witten,
Hero.
Anthony Williams,
Hero.
Riley Williams,
Hero.
Timothy Williams,
Hero.
Duke Wilson,
Hero.
Ricky Wilden,
Hero.
Shane Woods,
Hero.
Chris Worrell,
Hero.
John Wright,
Hero.
Gregory Yetman,
Hero.
Isaac Yoder,
Hero.
Kyle Young.
Hero.
And those we've lost to suicide, Christopher Georgia,
Hero.
Matthew Perna,
Hero.
Mark Unks,
Hero.
and George Meacham.
Hero.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Say her name.
Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. 1 minute to spare.
Who was let down by the system? I'm screaming for the fallen so nobody will forget them. Air Force veteran, wrapped in a Trump flag. It's Trump 24. You know we about to run it back. Nothing will stop us. We about to get it right. They can try and try, but the storm is here from dark to light. Never feel your pain, but just know your daughter's life won't be taken in vain. Shout out Sarah McAbee, yeah, I'm sending you straight. I hope they let your husband out of that prison today. Ashley served in Afghanistan, she served in Iraq, and she died for her country from a senseless attack. Yeah, we waiting for justice, cause Ashley was innocent. Mainstream won't cover it, they all just too ignorant. If a white girl shot a black man, they would say that's different, but the story didn't fit the agenda they pitching. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. We feeling your energy. Say her name, Ashley Babbitt. This song's for your memory. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. 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 Say her name, 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 Ashley Babbitt.
Lockdown all towns, everybody slow down, give them everything you have. Mask up, backs up, get your body trashed up, better do what they ask. It's alright, okay, sorry, but you can't pray, gotta keep the church doors closed. No superstitions, a saint politician will tell you what you need to know. Citizen fools and brand new rules make everyone a hero now. So keep your distance, no resistance, only do what you're allowed. Cash that check, go dance in the red, but just don't speak your mind. Get your facts from the paid contracts, cause never will they tell a lie. we turn out great. Sick is the new health, poor is the new wealth. Truth is whatever they say. Expert lectures, media protectors, tell me who to love and hate. Jail in the network, hail to the Zuckerberg, head down, just behave. Liberty, freedom, angels, demons.
Hey.
Hey, all right. Let me get right into the 1 minute warning if you guys are cool with that.
Yep, that's what we better do.
Yeah, all right. 1 minute!
That's right, pass it all the way to the convoy, Nicole says.
Me, 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 me.
Me. 30 seconds! La, 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 la. Me.
You.
La, 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 la. Mr. Ball. La, 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 la. You, ready? 3, 2, 1, oh, say that you stick utterly alive, was so proudly we hailed at the twilight gleaming, whose such and bright stars you the for the ramparts we walk, were so gallant. Oh, say the stars are twinkle, for the land of the free and the Hello.
Hey, Jeff, what's happening?
Hey. Oh, we are just in here hanging out. On in. We have Mr. Quaglin that's hopping in here. And today is
Not the mustache
Friday.
yourself.
And I would like to wish everybody a happy Groundhog Day.
That's right. Again. For reals this time.
Because for reals, yes, for reals. I got a couple quick things here. Let's see, you guys got anything quick?
Tell him to take his time with it too, because we ain't got
shit. Oh, Tammy says take your time with it because we don't have any tidbits tonight, Jeff. It's all you. I have a little. Oh, wait, Nicole has a little.
All right, well.
All right. But you first.
Yeah. Unless me first.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Do you want my news first?
Making sure, okay. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So, I don't know if y'all know about this in there, but there's a border crisis.
A little bit.
Okay, and do y'all know about sanctuary cities?
Never heard of them.
Well, I'm from Jersey, so I'm from Denver. Denver is one.
Okay,
Go ahead.
that is absolutely right. Well, in New York City, they're launching a $53 million program where the illegal migrants, illegal aliens, whatever, well, they'll receive prepaid credit cards up to $1,000 per person, $1,000 a month per person. Yes,
they are making them to promise that they only buy food and formula and things like that because so they signed an affidavit. Now the problem is that, you know, in Paris recently they had riots in the street from the illegal aliens in their country because they had no more money to support them. So they started rioting against the patriots of Europe and the Parisian government. So, you know, they're just setting themselves up for that same type of retribution, I'll say.
And why can't we pull that money out our ass for our own homeless people, our own people that are veterans in the streets that serve this country?
Our own vets?
My question is, why do we have homeless veterans when we can house all these illegal aliens? And watch them beat the shit out of our police and go through the system, and then come out of jail and flip us off. So these are the people that...
You know what? You know what's even... I just thought about this. Hey, listen, it's cheaper about this. Listen, all of these programs that are trying to house homeless vets and everything else, right? Just stop, okay? Just stop and hear me out, right? Stop with the whole, okay, we can do this as capitalists and this. Okay, fine. Use the socialism system against Biden himself. For the next year, just ship, it's called ship a vet, right? We can go over to the border and then let them walk across. And they'll be treated better as an illegal alien than they will a veteran that served and risked their lives and put their lives on the line for our country. I mean, that's what we've come to. I mean, if that sounds insane, then really look at what's going on. I mean, when...
All right, next topic, unless you want to keep going. I have 3 or 4 things.
Go, Jeff, you go. Yeah.
Oh, we go, okay.
Go, Jeff, go.
Trump's J6 trial was removed from the D.C. docket. You heard about that, right? Okay, now, do you know why? I've got one potential reason that I have heard floating around in here, and that is that they are waiting for Trump's immunity case to be decided upon by the appellate court.
That's what I heard this morning.
Yep, and I also heard that the secondary reason was that they're waiting for the 1512 charge to be decided by the Supreme Court. So putting all that together, that means that his J6 case might not happen until July, because the Supreme Court typically releases their decisions late June, like about the June 24th or so. So we've got that. I also would like to talk about Tina Peters in Grand Junction, Colorado on February 8th. Anybody that's within a 500, 1,000-mile radius, please show up in Grand Junction to support her. She's given up everything to expose the Dominion voting machine issues in I believe it's Mesa County, Colorado. And I'm a Coloradian, and if I could, I'd be there, but I can't. So, please, February 8th. Go ahead.
Professor Clemens is going to be there, I know for sure, and he's a huge advocate for you guys and for election integrity.
Wonderful.
Hey, Jeff, and I don't think that people understand that the government wants to put her in prison for life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Right, and you do know 3 forensic reports done have made all of her allegations, everything she said is true. They've done 3 different forensic reports, and they are still going after her. I know it's no shock to you guys in there that the government would do this, but, people really need to understand that all of this goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, planned for February 8th, Grand Junction, Colorado. It's on the western side, the far western side of Colorado. Next, I've got a rumor that we heard, and maybe you guys can help me with this one, but I heard that the UN might try to get involved with the Texas situation. Have you heard anything about that one?
No, the only I've heard about UN and some of their staff members may have been involved in the Hamas attack.
Oh well, that yeah, the
Refugees
UN
stay
with the
out of
Hamas attacks has been certified, and it's 10%. It was 10% that were actually involved in the attacks themselves. And I don't know the other number. But
So keep that one. Let's keep our ears to the ground on that one, because that would be an assault essentially on Texas's sovereignty. That would be a very, very, very big thing. Big thing.
I think it's
Here's Hank.
I think it's going to force the issue whether the states actually have state rights, and that'll basically put us back into the Constitution. Wait till the challenge comes.
Yeah. I've really
Yeah,
noticed
and
they care about the
like I
Constitution.
said, go ahead.
I just said I really noticed they care about the Constitution.
And like I said, there is a clause in the Texas Constitution that says that they have the right, of course, to repel any invasion. And I believe that they enacted that. I don't have my total notes on that one. Go ahead.
Well, this will actually come down to the fundamentals whether states have the state rights. Because see, the federal government was charged for protecting the states. If they fail to do their part,
right,
the federal government fails.
Oh.
Right.
Nothing, just some crowd reaction. Because every time we think they can't do something, they do it. Every time we think they should do something, they don't. I just don't understand why it's not a no-brainer that we're not protecting our borders. Why it's not a no-brainer that 5,000 people are too many, even if those are the limits you're sending. I don't understand why Lindsey Graham says that we can tighten up our borders after we send more money to Ukraine. I just don't understand any of it in my little bitty woman brain.
Well, you know, the government also...
disgusting thing about that.
It is. Well, the Biden administration, you know, they put a hold on the liquefied gas exportation, and basically it was like a sanction against Texas and other drilling states, putting us in a crippled situation, putting money in the hands of Russia and to China, and taking it out of America. You know, this is standard with this regime.
I would like to know if...
And they're trying to start a war in Iran.
Yes, I would like to know that right self-defense. Why stop at the border? Why not start drilling if it's not government? There's nothing. I'm an electrician, right? I'm just a dumb electrician. But why stop there? Start drilling and start giving oil to, I don't know.
Oh, I hear you. It's a great, because that goes right along with Gandhi. Gandhi went to the sea and made salt because it was illegal for them to make salt.
There you go. So drill oil and start having, I'm not saying you can't sell to anyone in a...
They can sell it to another state.
The state brings...
You have 1 minute remaining.
You can sell it to anyone that isn't in a direct...
they can sell it within the state. They can be self-sufficient.
Yeah, within the state. Yeah. Be self-sufficient.
All right, we got about 30 seconds. Anything else?
Yeah, listen, my son Nathan is turning 3 on the 5th. Please send him a birthday card. Please get with Tammy. Tammy, send it to my parents' house. I'm not going to give my parents or my wife's house out or my house out right now. Just please, please send it out there. That'd be awesome.
Okay, guys, running out of time. Thank you for all you do. God bless you, and God bless America.
God bless America. We love you.
Love you guys. All right, good night.
Right, so birthday cards for Chris Quagons 3. That was Chris, right? That said that? Sometimes it's hard to tell. So his child is, was it Dominic?
That was Dominic, wasn't it? Oh, was that Chris that just
Then his child is turning 3. I think that was Chris.
Selection of the American family.
Oh, is it high kick time?
It is
medium kick time. Hip up, Mickey. Warm that hip up.
Get the hip warmed. Just kind of step it out.
On two sides.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. USA! USA!
Free JC. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love you. We cannot do this without you. So please tune in tomorrow night, where we will be again right here. We'll pray for you. You pray for us. Good night.
Good night. Farewell. Good night.
Gangsters, thanks for joining us.
To you and you and you.
Everybody on YouTube, Rumble, and Getter, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't have to pray both sides. Please pray for me. Pray for
Good night, everybody. We love you.
Pray for our chasers.
Pray for us, and we'll pray for you. Good night.
That's what happened.